I am a TV producer, and my long-term contract is getting ready to end in April, which means I now have 4 months to replace my income and make sure that I can keep my amazing apartment, which if you've seen any of my videos, you'll notice that I've basically made it my entire identity. So get ready with me while we come up with a game plan. Now, you may be wondering why I'm getting ready in my living room, and the answer to that is it's because the lighting in my bathroom literally makes me look like Lurch from the Addams Family. I know I don't look great right now, but trust me when I tell you this is infinitely better than that. I've been a TV producer for over 20 years, and I've created content for ABC, ESPN, History Channel, Discovery ID, and while I've been really lucky to really enjoy all of the content I've been able to create, what I think I want to do now is take the skills that I've acquired over these 2 decades of working as a network producer and start creating my own content, creating the content that I want to do, and hope that I can maybe build an audience and create a platform that can maybe replace my income by the end of April. Now, I realize that I am 47 years old and that the majority of the successful creators on this app are closer to my daughter's age. However, I love a challenge, especially one with a looming deadline. So if y'all just stick with me on this, I think this could be a very entertaining and wild ride that we are about to embark on. So why can't I stay at my current job? While I would absolutely love to stay at the network I'm currently at, they have a rule for freelancers that you are limited to an 18-month contract and then you have to take a year off. I've already gone through this one other time before. Back in 2023, I finished my first round with this network, and that year was brutal because I had already been contracted on another show, and that contract was supposed to start as soon as the current one ended, and then that one got pulled about 2 weeks before I was supposed to start. I was suddenly faced with not having a job or an income in 2 weeks. And at that time, I had just finished going through a 2-year stretch of navigating a cancer diagnosis with my daughter. So I was not in a financial position to go for a long period of time without a paycheck. Side note, my daughter is cancer-free now, thankfully, and she is living her best life as a singer-songwriter, and you will see her in some of my videos. I do act as her momager and help manage her music career. I'll tag her below so that you can go check out her page and hopefully support her in her music. So back to 2023, one thing that I did, I was able to really start to indulge in some of my passion projects that I enjoyed. I've done a lot of sports broadcasting, now I'm in unscripted TV, but I've always really wanted to do some documentary work and tell some really compelling stories. I started working on a documentary about my dad's family. My grandpa Wally was a TV personality in the 60s and 70s. He started out as Wally the Weatherman here in Indiana, and he went on to become an ABC News correspondent in Vietnam. And then he was the host of the game show What's My Line?
Mr. Wally Bruner.
And then he went on to start the first nationally syndicated home improvement show called Wally's Workshop. Then, while he's doing all of his TV stuff, my grandma and her 8 children are incredibly active in DC in the anti-war protests and civil rights movements and things like that, to the point where the government was actually surveilling them. And I hope to tell all of this story in some future videos and of course in the documentary I'm making. In doing the research for the family documentary, I was reading my grandpa's autobiography, and I realized how much he was constantly trying to reinvent himself in TV. He was always anticipating when his gig might be coming to an end and always had something else that he could move on to. And that was really inspiring to me. And that's kind of what got me thinking, maybe I should start doing my own content. Maybe I should create my own channel and do the things that I really enjoy, because the TV industry has not been very stable. And I need something that can sustain me when I'm going for long periods of time in between freelance gigs. I do think I have a cool job, and I think that maybe people might be interested in what does it look like to be a producer? Like, what exactly do we do all day? So tomorrow will be day 1 of my countdown to the end of my current contract, and the hope that by then I will have built a platform that can help to sustain me. So I would love for you to follow along, and I think this is going to be an interesting and a wild ride, probably chaotic at some times. I'll probably make a lot of really dumb mistakes, but you get to join me for it, and it should be a lot of fun. So let me know what kind of content you want to see. Let me know if you have questions, and day one starts tomorrow. So here we go.